Hey. All right. So, guys, this is going to be a bonus general message. And I always start these out with an anecdote, usually about my dog. And we see if that sets a tone for anything in the storytelling. And it was so cute yesterday. He saw someone else that he loves. And so he was rushing from me to the other person for pets. But you know, when dogs do the happy wiggle walk, and we were at quite a distance. And so he was out of his mind. He'd rush over in his little wiggle walk and then get pets. And then he'd come racing back to me and back and forth until the two of us got close. And he was just so happy. It was so cute to see. Such a warm welcome. Dogs are the best. They really are. So maybe somebody's getting a really warm welcome, or maybe two things are coming together that just makes somebody really, really happy. We got a Queen of Wands. Well, Queen of Wands does only deal in things that make them happy. They make good choices. They invite only the best things into their world. What it is they truly want is what they truly say yes to. Queen of Wands does not say yes if they don't mean it. Oh, the Lover's card. So it does not have to mean that this is a Gemini, and it does not have to mean that this is going to be a fire sign. It certainly could be a Sag, Leo, or Aries, but the bottom line is we've got what I always think of as a return. A, she's looking back, and B, these are birds, and birds are migratory. So this is starting to look like some kind of like joyful return that's making everybody really happy. Now, this doesn't have to mean that like, oh, there's been heartbreak and disappointment and now they're getting things back on track and coming back to each other. This could just be two people that had been, like, hey, babe, I got to be gone for, 3 days. I got to go on this work trip. And now it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're home. This is something, though, that they both really want to work on, this Eight of Pentacles. Sometimes people don't realize just how much they care about each other until they've been apart for just a little bit, and then they come back together. And it's like, man, I'm like, your energy in my life is like, then I feel more rounded. I feel like everything flows better with you around me. I feel like this makes two people want to invest more. Wow. We got a Six of Swords and we got that Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is in the reverse. This is two people that are saying, whatever problems we have don't matter. Maybe they'd had some difficulties and they weren't sure, like, let's do a trial separation, or maybe these two had, a little bit of upheaval, and then that attempt at like going off and cooling down made them both realize, honestly, I feel better when I'm around you. Of course, we're going to have problems here and there, but let's actually find a way to move on from the issues. Let's not strategize and figure out, okay, this is how you act, and so now I know that I have to do this when you do that, and all these. If there were a lot of other people involved also that was creating drama, I just feel like both people are saying, let's move on from the people that create drama in our lives, because I want to work on stuff with you. I want it to be me and you. I don't want to deal with drama that comes in from external sources. And then, I'm expecting and braced for this and your reaction because you get frustrated when you've talked to them. And then now we're at each other, being irritated with one another. But really, the source of a lot of the issues might have been external. I feel like it could have even been that there was external struggles that kept these two apart for a while. Maybe that's why they're coming back together. Whatever this is, they are very happy to be in each other's arms, and they are very determined that they will not let, look at this, Knight of Cups, Devil in the reverse. They will not let anything come between them that is going to be negative. This is too important. Their connection, their love is too important. They want to invest in each other. They want to invest in this romance. The only thing that they care about is making sure that this is like two people that say, I want to be able to be really soft with you. I don't want stress from external stuff to then color the way I talk to you. I want to be gentle with us. I want to protect this love, and I want us to focus on, how do we treat each other? We treat each other well. And what do we not bring in? The toxic energy. We're not going to let that touch our love again. I mean, doesn't mean it won't, but they're going to make a concerted effort, I'll say, to make sure that they High Priestess. This is really going to work. This is a situation that it's like, since both people seem to be so invested in this, and they know that's the only way forward, it's like, of course we can do this. Of course we can do this. Intuitively, this is what we always should have done, and we know this. I feel like this queen feels very certain that they really mean it too. I feel like this queen says, I sense in my gut that they are on the same page with me. This feels really good. This feels like two people who really mean it. Tell me about the other person here. Who are they? A King of Wands. Is that not the most perfect blend, right? I know we have a feminine on this king, but it is indeed a king card. This could be someone who wants to nurture this connection. They could be a divine masculine, or they could be a feminine. This could be a same-sex couple. This could be reverse gender roles. Doesn't matter. I don't read for genders. The bottom line is, we have a king card that is also talking about they're very balanced with their emotions because they're in harmony with their divine masculine and feminine energy, and they want to nurture a connection. They're also very passionate. I feel like, I'm so happy. This is a couple that they're a perfect match. No wonder they're making this work. I don't think this needs to be a very long story because they already said we're not going to let external stuff come in and tear us apart. But very quickly, what was their greatest challenge? Something to do with, we've got a Queen of Swords that was in the reverse here, at least the way it landed. So someone could have been, this could be an external individual. This could be a situation, whatever this was, it was hostile, it was angry, it was not truthful. There could have been, just because a Queen of Swords should be truthful, balanced, fair, kind, have good boundaries, things should make sense. Instead, what we would have had is somebody who was like spying. They were trying to take a dominating position, and they were doing it in the worst of ways. This could be somebody who caused a lot of chaos, maybe intentionally to keep these lovers apart, or this could have been like a very demanding mother figure. It doesn't have to be a feminine either, but we're going to talk about it like it's feminine right now because it's a queen card. This was an angry person, though. If it was a person, it was somebody who stirred up trouble because they were unfair and they were frustrated and angry. And again, you could say, well, why were they angry? This person might have really been jealous and angry and not wanting these lovers to come together. They might have been spying and saying, I can tell that if a Queen of Swords deemed that a King of Wands was supposed to be theirs, even if that connection were severed, if they had any way to tie themselves to that King of Wands, they may have done so, particularly when they spied and saw, I can see that King of Wands is maturing into who they want to be, the relationship that they want to be in. They found the person that they want to be with. I can see that they have, their wishes are about to come true. And I'm not about to let their wishes come true. That's kind of what it looks like. Like somebody threw a wrench into things intentionally to prevent these two to be able to have happiness. I don't like stories that are so one-dimensional where it's just like, oh, one person was all kinds of trouble and then these ones were the heroes. And, you know, that always is, I don't know, it's just too simplistic for me. But we do have this Ace of Cups. So interestingly enough, it appears that Queen of Swords, who was at one point in time in the reverse, they have actually made a transformation themselves and they are happy now. Maybe that's why they're letting go of that king. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, my love. How you doing? The Magician. They're manifesting their own happy life now. That Queen of Swords is no longer bitter. That Queen of Swords found maybe they've fallen in love with somebody else, and now they can let go of trying to wreck somebody else's world because they're busy finally manifesting positivity for their own life. Okay, so here's the thing. If everyone is in a better energy, I just want to know, what was the magical like fairy dust that got sprinkled to where everybody finally was able to just let's focus on the right stuff. I want to ask that question because for someone who previously, hi, sweetheart, come on up. Sorry, it is dog o'clock. Oh, you want to stay there or just be pet? Okay, sorry. My dog sometimes pops in and he says, I need hugs. I need licks. I need pets. Sweetie pie. My pup gets my attention when he needs it. That's just my rule. So he's been much more needy in the last 48 hours. He's also been a very good little protector. He's been working very hard, keeping all the animals away. Spiritual guides. So the answer to that question, sorry if you even remember the question now that I went off on dog conversation. Sorry, it happens on my channel from time to time. But my question was, what was the magical fairy dust that seems to have helped every character like start to pursue a happier life? Even, I mean, it's changed the heart of somebody that was very bitter and causing a bunch of drama. What changed that person's heart? How is it that now they've fallen in love and they're, you know, focusing on their own life? And we have spirit guides, well, spiritual guides. Card 13. How would you like to be more spiritually connected? Do you have any unresolved issues from the past? And what magical qualities do you wish to possess? You know, it's really nice to see that once in a while when everyone collectively just says, God, I'm just so tired of being unhappy. I don't want to be unhappy. I don't want to spy on other people and try to make them unhappy. That's a waste of my life's energy. I feel like, first off, the queen kind of dialed down the Queen of Swords that was unhappy, kind of dialed down that energy and chose to start pursuing something more spiritually satisfying for themselves. And I think that let a lot of the pressure off. But I think all of these characters have asked themselves that really big question. You know, what do I really want to be happy? I want to be in a great lover's connection. I don't want a bunch of stress, and I want to pursue, you know, quality things and have quality thoughts and quality, like, you know, ideas, like high vibrational energy around me, because I want to be high vibrational. It's that simple. Choosing love over animosity. Or I have to go because my dog needs me. Thank you guys for being here.